The Rio Las Vegas has been a Vegas landmark since it first opened in 1990. But this year, residents of Sin City were greeted with what's essentially a brand new hotel. After real estate company Dreamscape took over the property from Caesars Entertainment, the Rio has undergone a series of massive renovations that are promising to bring the resort into the 21st century. So is it worth a stay? In 2024 alone, so much has changed at the Rio Las Vegas that listing it all will probably take another hour or two. So let me just give you the highlights. There's a massive new dining area with plenty of new restaurants and bars. There's a revamped pool district with 4 pools, major renovations in the casino area with brand new slot machines, and hundreds of newly renovated suites in the Ipanema Tower. Even the exterior of the resort has had a facelift. The old neon signs have made way for 3 miles of LED lights that put on a unique show for the valley every night. It's a lot to keep track of already, but from what I've heard, it's also only the first phase of the revamp. So there's a lot more to come here, especially in the hotel's Masquerade Tower. But until then, here's what you can expect to see at the hotel. The first thing you'll notice is that there's no longer a buffet. Instead, there's a new canteen food hall with many more options. There are smash burgers, burritos, ramen, sushi, chicken tenders, and a Tony Luke's Philly cheesesteak sandwich stall. Also, there's a Starbucks, because why not? A meal here is quite affordable, especially since there's so much to choose from. You can also place an order with any of the stalls on a digital touchpad, which is a nice feature. The food is decent too, even if it isn't Michelin star level. A better place to take a date night might be the Voodoo Steakhouse, up on the 50th floor. It's one of the highest rated restaurants in Vegas, so you will spend a lot more than you would down at the canteen. However, you will be rewarded with some delicious food and a gorgeous view of the Strip. Lower down, there's the Luckley Tavern and Grill, another American-themed steakhouse, and the Royal India, a grand buffet hall open for lunch and dinner. When you take a walk through the newly renovated parts of the hotel, you'll have to admit, Rio's new owners have really gone all out. One turn and you could suddenly be at what is possibly the most Vegas store you'll ever see, the Rock and Roll Wedding Chapel. Or you can walk right past a Kiss-themed arcade called Kiss World, which has a glow-in-the-dark mini golf course, pinball machines, and 50 years of memorabilia from one of the world's most loved bands. If you're a Rio regular, there'll still be a few attractions you recognize as well. Penn and Teller are still performing at their private theater, and Chippendales continues on its 21-year streak at the hotel. The recently opened Comedy Cellar features a regular lineup of popular comics, and the Tuscany-themed Wine Cellar, which has been around since the 90s, continues to have a unique collection of spirits. Not all the rooms at the new Rio have been renovated yet, just the ones in the Ipanema Tower. However, the scale of this project has been so huge that this still leaves you with a staggering 1,500 rooms to choose from. To book the right room, make sure you look out for the word remodeled in the description. For example, the new rooms will be called Remodeled King Suite, while the older ones will just say King Suite. They'll probably cost a little more too. Still, this can end up having a huge impact on your holiday, because as you know, Rio's old rooms don't have the best reputation. Over the years, many guests have complained about the outdated decor, dirty carpets, torn upholstery, and the bad smells. The remodeled rooms, though, are a literal breath of fresh air. They're larger, more comfortable, have modern amenities, better lighting, and even a pull-out couch in case you want to have friends over. The remodeled one-bedroom suites also have a large spa tub that looks seriously inviting, and may be worth the extra cost. The showers in the regular remodeled suites are also new, although some guests have complained that the water pressure isn't ideal. All in all, however, the new rooms are contemporary and refreshing, though old rooms are still avoidable. A huge chunk of the staggering $350 million Dreamscapes has invested into the Rio Las Vegas has gone into the pool district, and it won't take you too long to agree that the money has been well spent. There are dozens of new colorful cabanas, a pretty and sometimes very busy poolside bar, and comfortable daybeds on rent for about $100. However, if you're traveling there this winter or at the start of 2025, you may be disappointed because the pool has been closed until next spring. You'll probably end up spending some time in the casino instead, which has also seen its fair share of improvements. The slightly larger space has been fitted with 900 more slot machines and new lighting. It now has about 40 plus gaming tables and over 1,000 slot machines. The casino is still very smoker friendly though, so if the constant smell of cigarettes bothers you, you may not enjoy this area as much. There are a couple of glaring cons of booking a room at the Rio right now as well. Since the second renovation phase is in full swing over the coming months, the noise from the constant construction could ruin your experience a bit, especially at the Masquerade Tower, which is now preparing for a massive overhaul. During peak hours, when the hotel is crowded, service also tends to slow down significantly, and you could be left waiting for a while before you're given a meal or cocktail at one of the restaurants. But the staff are kind and courteous, so I don't think you should have too much trouble there. Another big issue you could face is being incorrectly assigned an older room, so be sure to pay attention when booking. With that said, throughout 2024, the hotel's owners have also been incentivizing guests to check out the hotel by putting up some pretty good offers, so look out for those too. If you get the right deal and the right room at the right time, you could end up having an amazing few days at the new Rio Las Vegas.